Tom O'Brien, head coach, North Carolina State. Coach, Mike Glennon had such a productive season last year. What are you expecting from him this year, perhaps to even raise his game even more?
Well, we expect him to be better. You know, as Riley knows, until you've played, you know, you can look at all the film, you can do all the blackboard work you want, but until you get out there and do it, yeah, he got better as the year went on, and certainly he played his best from November down the stretch. He used that body of work and got a lot better before the bowl game. He really had his best game of the year was in the bowl game. So now he's got something to fall back on to look at, which he's done a lot of work at. I think, you know, spring practice went back to a lot of the fundamentals because, you know, playing quarterback, you get so caught up in the X and O's and all these other things. Sometimes that gets pushed to the side, but once you're more comfortable and the game slows down, you go back to those fundamentals and get better. And I think that's what, you know, I didn't get to talk to him much, just briefly yesterday, was the experience of the Manning camp and the Elite 11 camp they just went. You know, he said those were both really good experiences for him. So I know that his starting point this year is a lot better than it was last year, so we have to continue to get better and work to get better.
He did seem like he thought the game was going to slow down for him coming this year when I was talking to him earlier yesterday. One area of question is you lose George Bryan, who is a very productive tight end, and as a quarterback, I know tight ends are very important to the team, and along with T.J. Graham. Have you guys found a replacement for that yet?
Well, I think the tight end will be a little bit easier than the wideout. You know, Mario Carter's back. We redshirted Asa Watson, who's been in the program, Anthony Talbert, Benson Brown, we redshirted. So we've got 4 tight ends. You know, that's where our depth's finally starting to catch up to the program. You know, they're able to play. The wide receiver, you know, TJ came in with Michael. I mean, they both went to camp together. They worked out together at camp and got to a little special bond. So, you know, that's something that we have to work on. But I think, you know, the redeeming factor is I think we've got experience in those guys up front so that we can keep him upright so he can throw the ball.
On the defensive side of the ball, obviously you've got some veterans up front and you've got a secondary that's ball hawking. You guys feel like you can be really aggressive this season?
Well, yeah, but I think it's going to come to the front 4. I mean, if we can get some pressure on the quarterback, that always makes those guys in the secondary better. And, you know, we have a lot of experience back there. Those kids played as true freshmen, got their brains beat out, you know, having to play as early as they did. But, you know, now it's come full circle, and you know, the benefit of playing all those years now comes into play this year for us.
We talked to Earl Wolf yesterday. You call him the heart of your defense. You've got David Amerson. How much do you put on their plate to make calls during the game on their own when they're out there?
Well, David won't really because he's, you know, nobody's going to hear him anyway. He's kind of out there by himself when he's to the wide field. But Earl's got to be involved in a lot of that with the defense, and he's got to be the quarterback of the defense. And, you know, he's gotten much better. You know, I think one of the great stories about Earl is after he played, we threw him in there his freshman year. They got their brains beat out and went through spring practice. And I said, Earl, what'd you learn? He goes, I learned that I didn't know anything last fall when I was playing, you know, after his first full spring. Right. So, you know, it's just a little funny thing on Earl.
Earl was funny. We were talking to him yesterday, and he said he's the one guy that can make you laugh during practice. He likes joking around with you. That's not something we hear from many guys, that they enjoy joking around with you. Is he a good guy on the team to have for that reason?
He's a great guy. You know, he's a real confident guy. He's a real enthusiastic guy, and I think, you know, a lot of his teammates look up to him. And yeah, Earl's always got something to say. Generally, I just Earl, just don't talk to me. I told you, you're not allowed to talk to me anymore until Friday. I'll talk to you Friday.
Or until after a win?
Yeah, until after the game, then I'll talk.
Coach Tom O'Brien, thank you very much.